Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you've made out this time to watch my video, so thank you for stopping by. My name is Eyum, and on this channel I share with you the information and the inspiration that you need to overcome adversity. Are you wondering if you have any reason to be thankful right now? I want to tell you that if you can think, you will find reasons to thank. This month I've been speaking on the subject of reflection, making you understand that reflection is very powerful. So if you missed any of my previous videos, there'll be links to them in the description. So please make sure you check them out. So today I want to talk to you about thinking and thanking. Think and thank. Think and thank. If you can think, you can thank. So if you are wondering, oh, I don't have any reason to be thankful this year. What has happened in my life? This year has been so challenging. This year has been tough. Oh, this year has not been good. And you are just filled with all this complaint. I can tell you that if you can take time to just think a little, you will realize that there are so many reasons to be thankful. You have so many reasons to be thankful to your Creator. You have so many reasons to be thankful to friends and families that you have around. You have so many reasons to be thankful even for your own life, for your journey so far. So if you can think, I can assure you that you will find reasons to thank. About 5 years ago, around this time actually, 5 years ago, after the passing of my mom died on the 15th of November 2019. And that was 3 months after the passing of my daughter, who died in August the same year. I traveled to Nigeria, where I'm originally from, for my mom's funeral. And then when I came back, some friends in my church put together money and they gave to me. And it wasn't a lot, but I was just very thankful. And I asked the person that delivered the message to me to give me the contact number of everyone that made a contribution towards the total sum that was given to me. And I could send a message to them, but I decided that I was going to call each and every one of them and express my gratitude. And I remember when I called one of the men that was in the group, he said to me, "Is this how you are going to be calling everybody?" I said, "Yes, I'm going to call everybody and say thank you. It doesn't matter what they gave, but for the fact that they thought of supporting me, that made me grateful. For the fact that this was Christmas season. You know how a lot of people have more expenses than they have money to meet in December. And they decided to spare some of that to give to me. I'm going to say thank you." And it was because I took time to think. In the process of my thinking, I also realized that some of them that made this contribution also gave money to me and also supported me in various ways when I lost my daughter 3 months before. So if they were there for me when I lost my daughter and they made contributions, some of them gave money, some of them were there for me, gave their time, provided various services for me, brought food for me. If they did that 3 months earlier and they are doing it again, I don't consider it a right at all. Rather, I consider myself so blessed, so fortunate to have people like this around me. That is why no matter what it cost me, I was going to take that time to call each and every one of them. And that is what I did. And I can tell you that many of them were shocked. They were surprised. Somebody told me, "Oh, Eyum, you are so appreciative of what people do for you." And for me, that is a great compliment. To tell me that I'm appreciative is a great compliment, because that is the kind of person I want to be. If you can think, you can thank. That is the subject of my talk today. So can you take time to begin to think of how this year has been for you. You know, as humans, we have the tendency to fixate on the present and forget how the past have been. We have the tendency to also fixate on where we feel pain and discomfort, that we forget what it has been like in the past. Maybe because you're in December and all the things that you have to accomplish this year have not been accomplished, and it's putting you in that place of ingratitude, in that place of complaining and say, oh, is this how this year is going to end? We have barely 3 weeks to the end of the year, and now I am still here. And you've forgotten what God has done for you in the months past. You've forgotten the people that were there for you. You've forgotten all the victories that you have had. And you are looking at just now, and you are forgetting how it has been in the past. So take time and begin to think, begin to reflect from the beginning of this year up to this time. How has my life been? How has this year been? What have I been able to accomplish? What storm have I weathered through? Because in thinking, it will make you appreciative. I was having this reflective time with my women's group, the Gameful Women, last week. And I asked them a question. I say, if you were to summarize this year in one word, what will it be? And I looked at my year, and for me, I said, the year was amazing. And when I say amazing, it doesn't mean that I did not have challenge. I fought battles this year, but I stood my ground, and thank God for prayers. Thank God for his support. Thank God that we are victorious in Christ Jesus. So despite any challenge that I experience, I choose to look at the year as amazing because God came through for me. Even when the devil fought, he did not succeed. God made so many, there were so many things that happened, and I could look at the year and I could say, yes, this year was amazing because I can think and therefore I can thank. Maybe for you, you can say this year was very challenging. But you know that even in the midst of your challenges, you still have reasons to be thankful. Because if it is not for the grace of God upon your life, would those challenges not have swallowed you up? The same challenges that you went through or you are going through, some other people went through it and they lost their mind. Some of them lost their lives. And you are still here. You are sane. You are listening to me right now. My sister, my brother, you have great reasons to be thankful. You have great reasons to be thankful. So think and thank. If you can think, you can thank. And I want you now to begin to take time to think and thank. One of the things that can bring to your memory how good this year has been, the things that have happened in your life, is to go back to the photos that you have taken this year. On your phones, you have pictures that you've been taking in January. So many times we post and we do a selfie. We go on holidays, we take photos. We go for meetings, we take photos. On a Sunday that you dress up to go to church, you take photos. And you've been taking photos in the course of the year. I know some of you will tell me, oh, I don't like taking pictures. Actually, I encourage you to take pictures because pictures are a good way to remind you of how your year has been. We are taking these photos sometimes just casually, as if it doesn't mean anything. But the truth is that each time you pose to take a photo, it means something. You are capturing a moment. There's something that's making you to take that picture. So if you go back to the photos that you have taken this year and you begin to look at them, I can assure you that a smile will come on your face. There are certain pictures that will make you to smile because it will remind you of certain memories. And then you will now see a reason to be thankful. So if right now the year doesn't look good or you don't feel good right now, it's because you are fixated on the now. So going back and reflecting through the photos that you have taken is a good way to remind yourself. It's a good way to stir up your thinking so that you can now begin to thank. Another way that you can also stir up your thinking so that you can have reasons to thank is to look at your journal. If you're somebody that keeps a journal, look at your diary or a record of your prayer points. Go back and look at them. I have a habit of doing this, recording my some prayer points and then also writing my testimonies, like taking time each month to reflect on what God has done for me each month. And the truth is that as human beings, we easily forget things. But when I go back, I'm saying, wow, God, thank you. You did this in January. I wrote this as a prayer point, maybe in January. And by March, I saw it as an answer. I saw it come through. If I'm at that place that I forget what God has done, I forget how good people has been to me, I can go back to my diary, I can go back to my journal, I can go back to my to where I document my prayer points and answers and my testimonies, and they will remind me that indeed God is faithful. Indeed, there are good people out there that have supported me, that have supported you. And in doing that, I can begin to appreciate people more, and I can also begin to appreciate myself more. So think and thank. If you can think, you can thank. So I'm going to round up now with this scripture in Haggai chapter 1 verse 5. It says, "Now this is what the Lord Almighty says. Give careful thought to your ways." Give careful thoughts to your ways. Because if you can give careful thought to your ways, you will have reasons to be thankful. So thank you for watching this video. If it has blessed you, why don't you share with somebody so that they also can be blessed and they can find reasons to be thankful as we round up the year. And if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button now so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. So thank you, and I'll see you again next week. God bless you.